Hello and welcome to GC360. I'm Brooke Wallace.
And I'm Hunter Marks. On this edition of GC360, we give you the full tour of Deep Roots from the concert to the cook-off.
Zombies in Milledgeville? How dozens of people ran for their lives this weekend.
And a stiff drink to top it all off, we bring you the newest craze in craft and draft beers.
All this and more on GC360. The Deep Roots Festival celebrated its 10th anniversary this past weekend with a full day of music, barbecue, cars, and crafts. GC360 gives you a 360 look at each of the major events. We start with sights and sounds of the concert as recorded by GC360 videographer Michael Cornwall.
For the sole purpose of enjoying the God-given blessing of music, y'all. Regimental soldier, mama starts pushing that wedding gown. Coming out of the harbor, you were simple and neat. Clean as clear water, leave the sea straight good. But in that old gospel, in the money got
The concert was a blast, but there's so much more to Deep Roots than just the music. Our reporters give you a sweeping look at the rest of the festival.
Cooking began Thursday morning for Deep Roots' annual barbecue cook-off. Teams set up elaborate booths and grills, which became a central spot of the day's activities. It was a full day of friendly competition, as the official judging began early in the morning.
Yeah, I will say more competition.
And winners weren't announced until later that evening. People flocked to the booths throughout the day to try the barbecue and judge it for themselves.
Some of the best I've had.
And now we go to Sean Michael Noah to hear about the 28th annual car show.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm here at the car show where obviously all these cars are just so fantastic and awesome. Words cannot describe how excited I am right now. This car right here is just beautiful and wonderful. It's my favorite so far, and I hope it wins.
And I'm not the only one who showed up. Thousands of people came from all over to show off their rides and enjoy looking at other cars. All types of makes and models could be found with the owners at the ready to share their engine specs.
Put a battery charger on it and just leave it till next time.
These cars would make anyone drool at the mouth.
Always look back.
Patrons of Deep Roots gathered at 3 o'clock to see which of their favorite cars won awards. Georgia College's very own Tina Alvarez won in the top 40 for her BMW.
I was hooked on cars in '72. I hate to admit it, but my parents bought me, I was a junior in high school. They bought me, and myself and my brother, a 1972 Plymouth Duster, brand new, with the red, it was red with the white stripes right on the side. I've been hooked on cars since then.
Well, that's all we have here at the car show. And by the way, my favorite car, the '69 Camaro, did win Best in the Show. So I guess I got some good taste, don't I? Over to you, Lizzie.
Each year, the Union Recorder sponsors a community stage where local organizations can come and perform throughout the day. This year, the performances included groups such as the Oak Hill Middle School Jazz Band, the GCSU Swing Dance Association, as well as the Salsa Group. The cast of the Rocky Horror Picture Show broke out into a flash mob to promote their show. We hope you got the chance to be wowed by these talented members of our community. Now to Iris for an insight on the vendors here at Deep Roots. For GC360, I'm Lizzie Miller.
The vendors have a variety of arts, foods, and patrons. Bill Fisher explains all what Deep Roots has to offer.
This year we have silk screening, tie-dyeing, there's an art therapy, information table downtown.
Nonprofit organizations are represented too.
This is our third year being out here, and it's just another way, an avenue of exposing our job, our mission, to be able to let the people know that these animals need us. It's the animals in this community, and we need to raise money. Since I don't get paid, none of us get paid, I'm in the trenches with everybody. We work strictly off of donations.
There are lots of things happening downtown. Professional artists, craftspeople, artisans. There's a lot of food, a lot of fun downtown.
We love it. People are very, very supportive.
Iris Cochran, GC360 reporting.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, a play about a hate crime strikes a chord on campus.
Objectifying Men, a girls-only app that takes dating and mating to another level. Welcome back to GC360. The Georgia College Theater Department presented a controversial play that has sparked a nationwide conversation about sexual preference and hate crimes. It's called The Laramie Project. Reporter Betsy Lamb tells us why this play has made such an impact.
I'll tell you what, they put those two boys to death. That would defeat everything Matt would be thinking about. Matt would not want those two boys to die. He'd want to leave them with hope. H-O-P-E.
On October 16th through 18th, Georgia College students performed the compelling play, The Laramie Project. The Laramie Project is a play by Moises Kaufman about the reaction to the 1998 murder of University of Wyoming gay student Matthew Shepard in Laramie, Wyoming. Shepard's death gained worldwide attention, raising hate crime awareness.
I think ultimately the goal is not necessarily to take a stance on anti-homophobia, although that's certainly a factor in the play. It is about kind of respecting one another as individuals and being able to look past what is on the outside. And it's one of the things that I really love about this script is that it humanizes all of the people that are involved, including the murderers. And so you have to, by presenting them in a human light, you're not allowed to just say, oh, they're evil monsters and did this hateful thing because they're bad people. You have to then go, what made them like this? And those questions are asked in the play.
Although Shepard's death changed the way America views hate crimes, discrimination continues to occur on college campuses around the country, including Georgia College.
People think that it couldn't happen in a town like this, but it's happening, and it's happening casually. These hateful statements, even derogatory words, are thrown about so casually, and I don't think people recognize the impact of just hateful or thoughtless. A lot of times it's not hateful. It's just thoughtless language, like the words faggot, dyke, like you're so gay. Those phrases can be really harmful for someone who might be struggling with their sexual identity.
My freshman year, I was walking down the street, and I was coming up by Napier Hall through the parking lot, and there was a giant truck that came by, and they threw beer bottles out, and they started yelling faggot.
Somebody, yelled at me when I was in the crosswalk and called me a faggot, and I got really heated and really pissed off, and ended up going and talking to Dr. Harshbarger about it, and they sent out a community-wide email about being aware of racial slurs and hate speech, and I really feel like that was the what started the whole movement of trying to get more involved with diversity as an institution. And I'm happy that what happened was kind of a cataclysmic event that caused that.
A lot of change has come from the Women's Center, and Jennifer Graham is doing a lot of different things for the school that are really, really great. Grace Nichols, that y'all interviewed, is the LGBT coordinator now, and she's doing a fantastic job of creating a safe space at the school, and I love it.
As we do continue to progress, that gay students are becoming more comfortable with themselves on campus and more comfortable with coming out, and I feel like that's really positive. And this was the first year where I noticed that students were really comfortable in going to Pride in Atlanta and trying to get a big group together and having a table, and there was actually a big enough group that we were actually prevalent at Pride this year. And I thought that was something that was really awesome, because it's something that I haven't seen in the 4 years that I've been here, such a sense of community on campus with gay students, and I think that's great.
For me, it's very empowering to be, a gay college student. And it's an awesome time. The world is changing for equality right now, and it's kind of a good time to be gay, I guess.
Whole thing, ropes around hope. H-O-P-E.
For GC360, I'm Betsy Lamb.
In a world of texting, social media, and online dating, finding information on potential partners is easier than ever. But is one app taking it too far? Reporter Sean Michael Noah takes a closer look.
Smartphones are becoming a college staple, not just for checking emails and helping with school projects, but social aspects in dating. But a new app has appeared that has gotten many to ask, what is Lulu?
What is Lulu? Should I know what Lulu is?
Oh, wait, Hulu or Lulu?
Lulu is a dating app limited only to girls to rate guys anonymously on many different aspects, such as looks and personality. The app even has an advice section for a wide variety of topics.
How does that even work? Because, I feel like if my brother asked me to, I'd be like, oh, here's your score, let me show you.
Yeah. I would say I've never used Lulu. Like I said, it's a purely feminine site.
To be honest, sometimes it feels a little bit like you're objectified, but I feel like a lot of times it's just a joke, because from what I've heard, people can just kind of do some random one, and I don't know, I don't think it's a very useful tool in the slightest.
Everybody has girlfriends who will be like, yeah, here, let me show you from my. Oh yeah, I would show all my guy friends. Yeah, I would definitely show my guy friends.
We asked some students who have used Lulu before for their take on this controversial app.
I think most girls, like I did, took it as a joke, and we were laughing at our really good guy friends, not ever doing it maliciously or trying to boost someone up or tear someone down. It was just more joking. Me and my friends, we all deleted it after one night.
It's pulling their info from Facebook, but it only pulls their age and where they go to school and their picture. And I think that the things the girls are saying is nothing different than what they're going to say, when they're getting ready to go downtown and they're gossiping while they do their makeup. So, I don't think that's really that big of a deal.
It's a nifty little app for girls to find out how guys are. You know, some guys can think it's unfair, but you know, it's based off of how they act towards their previous girls or friends. And if a guy thinks it's unfair how they don't have access to it, they can just find a girl who has a phone and use their app.
Many students admitted to using the app, but requested not to be filmed. The app may be considered more of a guilty pleasure than something to brag about. Most students don't want their profiles to be rated without a form of accountability for malicious ratings. We sat down with Professor Pate McMichael to tell us more about what students can do.
Is generally protected unless someone were to expose what we call private facts, which is one of 4 ways you can invade someone's privacy. So if someone is posting things onto Lulu about someone's sexual life or sexual history, that could be an invasion of privacy. And the problem is the person that posted it is the person that's responsible for it. Lulu won't be.
For GC360, this has been Sean Michael Noah.
When we come back, Nick Landon takes us to the Dirty Deep Roots rugby tournament.
And zombies in Milledgeville? Dozens of people run for their lives in the streets. We'll explain.
Welcome back to GC360. If the Deep Roots Festival is a little too slow for your taste, you probably missed the Dirty Deep Roots Rugby Tournament at West Campus. I had a chance to catch a whole day of this high-tempo sport. I also got to talk to the Bobcat Rugby Club's founders, as well as rugby players from all over the state to learn a little bit about Georgia College's own rugby club and the excitement surrounding the tournament.
Day by day, we get better and better. We get better and better. Do it again, baby. Do it again, baby. Won't be big.
All right, guys. We're here at West Campus for the 2nd annual Dirty Deep Roots Rugby Tournament. Let's play ball.
The Bobcats Rugby Club, or BRC, is relatively new. The Bobcats had a team until the late 90s, but interest dropped off, and GC Rugby went on a nearly 10-year hiatus. We had a chance to speak with one of the BRC's founders, Juan Saleras, about the new club's humble beginnings.
Basically, one of them came up to me at a party and was like, "Hey, you look big, you know, do you want to play rugby?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
The rugby club is currently in their 4th year, and the Dirty Deep Roots tournament was started just 3 years ago. This tournament has been the most anticipated event for the team year in and year out, and has become an exciting day on several other clubs' schedules as well.
This is what we look forward to. This is what we train for. You know, in the spring, this is what we look forward to again.
Yeah, it brings a lot of revenue in for us, and during fall, it's definitely the biggest thing we do.
This year, the event attracted clubs from all over the state. The clubs invited includes Georgia Tech, Georgia Southern, the University of Georgia, Armstrong Atlantic, and the Macon Love, as well as the Bobcats Rugby Club.
I mean, we love playing rugby all day, so we're just glad to be in Milledgeville.
All clubs present said that rugby is a sport like no other, and it's not just the physicality and tempo of the sport that makes it that way.
It's a great way to socialize, great way to meet people. Rugby is a very special sport in that you spend 80 minutes trying to kill somebody and then an hour getting to know them, being buddies.
In the pursuit of killing somebody, you're bound to see a fair bit of injuries. It goes without saying, rugby is a physical sport.
Yeah, it's grueling.
And some guys just can't get enough of it.
3 years ago, I broke my jaw. 3 places. I love it.
But all in all, athletes say it's the camaraderie, not the intensity, that makes this sport so special.
It's definitely bonding. I have never been on a team where we bonded so well. I played soccer my entire life, and you know, soccer we all love each other, but rugby's different. Like you bleed together, you hit people together, and then you drink together. So I mean, you don't get much more bonding than that.
Yeah, it truly is a band of brothers. Every kid on this team, I'd take a bullet for, pretty much.
Yeah. These are gonna be your best mans. You know, these are gonna be the guys at your wedding. So.
Drive!
Our Bobcats Rugby Club actually finished 2nd in their first official season last semester and managed to take 2nd place in the Dirty Deep Roots tournament, going 2-1 on the day with big wins over the Macon Love and Armstrong Atlantic Rugby Clubs. The Cats were dealt a close loss by Georgia Tech, who was blown out by Macon Love earlier in the day. The University of Georgia broke their recent trend of performance and contact sports and finished first in the Dirty Deep Roots tournament, while Georgia Southern, who have won the tournament both years before this, rounded out the top 3. This is certainly an event that I'll be attending again next year. The action is second to none. We'll have to keep an eye on the Bobcats Rugby Club this spring. They're building a lot of steam and should be a lot of fun to watch. That's all we have for sports this week, guys. Back to you, Hunter.
Thanks, Nick. The Thriller 5K and Fun Run gave local runners a chance to do more than just compete for the best time. Runners had to evade some scary-looking zombies. Sean Michael Noah has the gory details.
Ah, the crystal waters of the Greenway. A place where you can be one with nature, play games with friends, walk your dog for exercise, or even take the family out. These people are signing up for a fun run, but with a slight twist. Zombies. That's right, zombies. The Thriller 5K Fun Run took place on October 18th at the Greenway and allowed runners to face their fears against the undead. They were given these special belts to wear during the run. If a runner can make it through the hordes of zombies with at least one flag, then their name was entered in a drawing for a special prize. If they could survive, that is. We had some quick interviews with some of the more eager runners.
I'm here with Ash Ketchum. He's participating in the zombie run. Now, Ash, I have some questions. First of all, you do a lot of training with your Pokemon, but did you train for this run?
Not really. They told me about it, and so I was like, I'm in.
Now, okay, are you going to be able to call upon your Pokemon when the time comes to fight against these zombies?
I don't know. I might try to catch some of them.
Now, Emily, obviously you are a referee.
Yes.
Now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If the zombies start coming at you and attacking, are you going to just like call a timeout or something?
I'm thinking about a timeout, or since they're kind of human zombies, I'm just going to blast them with a whistle and see if that can't deflect them with a sound wave, and then, or trip them, or, you know.
Okay, maybe give them a penalty too.
Yeah.
Now, are you actually a real zombie?
No.
You're not a real zombie?
No.
Well, why would you do that? That would just upset them. They're going to come after you now.
Oh, well.
I like the determination. Obviously, this is no ordinary 5K. You've got zombies coming after you. So my question is, how have you been training for that?
Well, I think the strategy for this is just taking it steady, keeping a consistent pace during the course when there aren't any zombies in the area. And then once I do hit the area where the infestation starts, then I think I just need to hit the ground running and just bolt out of that area as quickly as possible.
I'm here with Sam Wilson, and Sam Wilson here was actually on the set of Walking Dead as a zombie. So Sam, tell me, how was it like being a zombie?
Being a zombie is quite a lot of fun, you know. I have to say that we're just not appreciated, though. Everyone's always trying to kill us and shoot us in the head. I never understand why.
Maybe it's time to get some zombie equal rights, right?
Yeah, for real, man. I think zombies are people, too.
Great.
The trick here is to make sure that your muscles are all relaxed and you're kind of slumped over. And you kind of have to act like you have a limp, sort of.
That is just scary. That is completely scary.
It seems these scaredy cats can't handle the intensity and decided to head back to safety.
Hello, guys.
Thank you.
Those who were brave enough to stay dashed forward, unknowing of the danger lurking around the corner. Luckily, my crew and I made it across the finish line in one piece. For GC360, this has been Sean Noah.
Oh no! Oh no! In case you need to cool off after a zombie run, there's a new place in Milledgeville for you. Details ahead.
Dancing was in order to celebrate the ending of National Hispanic Month. The Latino Student Association, along with the Salsa Club, hosted a Salsa Night dance party on Friday, October 18th. The party carried on for 4 hours and proved to be quite the marathon. There was music from salsa to bachata, representing the many nationalities of the Latino Student Association. It was a fun way for everyone to spend time with friends and make some new ones.
So many businesses are opening around Milledgeville, but one shop brings a certain urban uniqueness to our small town. Our reporter, Tristan Harrison, has the story.
Residents can now experience craft beer in a whole new way. Top Dog Growler, which opened on September 30th, allows beer enthusiasts to enjoy less widely available beers in the comfort of their own home. Customers can purchase a refillable growler, choose a beer, drink it, and bring it back for more.
Yeah, I've been with the Gills Package Store for over 10 years now, and every year we've seen it progressively increasing craft beers, different variety of selection of beers, and I thought this would be a great idea just to expose the town, to try new stuff. You pick a growler. We have different sizes of growlers. We do have the 32, the 64. We fill it. You take it home, enjoy, and bring back the bottle.
With 25 different taps to choose from and an ever-changing seasonal menu, the options are endless. Buyers can even taste test 2 different beers for free before deciding, and rewards are offered for students and regulars.
We've always carried a huge, a wide selection of beer. And this is the place, I think, in town where to go. Growlers, the initial investment is about, going from the size about $3 to anywhere to $13. There's a beer for pretty much every month now. Yes, exactly. You're getting fresh beer, draft beer to go.
Top Dog Growler has been a dream for owner Andy Patel for quite some time now.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for quite some time.
You can like Top Dog Growler on Facebook or visit topdoggrowler.com for more information. Reporting for GC360, I'm Tristan Harrison.
Well, that's it for us today. I'm Hunter Marks. You stay classy, Georgia College.
And I'm Brooke Wallace. Next week, Hunter, Nick, and I tour the scariest haunted house in the middle of Georgia.